Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Series 1, Episode 3 of Chitty Chats. I want to begin by thanking each and every one of you for being loyal listeners. Last week's episode was quite raw, which I can totally appreciate, given I shared with you a very traumatic experience of mine. Now, the experience was to highlight how gratitude can really lighten even the darkest alley and open up your heart to accepting new opportunities instead of dwelling on those misfortunes. So really, in summary, the episode was really to evoke the sheer importance of being grateful and how it can impact our lives in a really positive way. So, having asked you all what you're grateful for, I'll just share a couple of the responses. Somebody said they are grateful for having the financial freedom, which allows them to go on holidays, which was a really lovely thing to be grateful for, because it is lovely to go away and just unwind and get out of your current reality and escape into a new environment and really refresh your body, mind, soul, spirit, and come back and carry on from where you left off, but with a much clearer mind. And somebody else said that they are grateful for having real friends, which was something that really resonated with me, because I have in the past struggled with this particular area in my life. But again, I feel like through being grateful of the blessings that I do have and the good people in my life, that I've managed to multiply that positive energy and actually landed myself with friends who are real, and they are the ones who belong in my life and not the friends that I suppose fell off on the way. So again, just being grateful for that and maintaining that positive energy, not dwelling on past issues in regards to friendships, for example. So, in summary, it is lovely to hear what you guys are grateful for, because it truly does create an atmosphere of comfort, and it really reminds us of a place, a happy place that we can always return to in a time of need. So looking onwards to episode 3 now, I'm going to be discussing laughter. And laughter, similar to gratitude, is another important element to our characters. It's not just a sound, but it's a feeling too. And I want to discuss laughter by giving you a few fun facts on laughter. You might or might not have heard these before. So fact 1 is that some animals are ticklish, mainly rats are ticklish, and laughing rats were first observed by a psychologist named Jack Pankep in the 1990s. He elicited laughter by tickling them, although he needed special equipment to hear their high-pitched chuckles. Brave man, Mr. Jack, I have to say, because no way am I getting that close to a rat. Number 2 is that laughter isn't about jokes. A psychologist called Robert Provine from the University of Maryland found that we actually laugh most when we speak with our friends, and we are 30 times more likely to laugh at something when we are with other people. Intriguingly, within these conversations, we are still not laughing at jokes. We laugh at statements and comments that do not seem on the face of them to be remotely funny. It's simply a form of communication as opposed to a reaction. And the science of laughter tells us that laughter is less to do with jokes and more a social behaviour which we use to show people that we like them and that we understand them. So fact number 3 is that your brain can tell the difference between deliberate and helpless laughter. So not only does your brain automatically tell the difference, but listening to stage laughter produces a greater activity in part of the brain called the anterior medial prefrontal cortex, which is known to be involved in understanding other people's emotions. So I'm going to play you a clip now that has half of the clip is a real laugh and half of the clip is a fake laugh. So here goes. I hope you can tell the difference. So I have to say that is pretty contagious. So the first half of that, you can probably tell, is a real laugh, and the second half is a fake laugh. And I think you can really differentiate because the second part sounds a bit more rigid and a bit more fixed and forced. So fact number 4 is that laughter is catching. So brain scans reveal that laughter is contagious, even when someone is having their brain scanned, which is not a funny task. You can see that their brain is responding to laughter by preparing facial muscles to join in. And the more that someone shows a contagious response to laughter, the better they are at telling whether a laugh is real or forced. Fact number 5, people you know are funnier. So familiarity and our own expectations are still often at the heart of laughter, which I think is very true. That definitely does ring true because I find that amongst a group of people that are more familiar with each other, it seems that there's a lot more laughter than if you are within a group that, say, you've just met or recently met. So fact number 6 is laughter doesn't make you fitter. So although the internet is full of fads about laughter being great for your health, which yes it is in regards to your mental health, absolutely, but when we speak about our fitness levels, well, unfortunately guys, I wouldn't be quick to substitute the gym for a laughing fit, because in order to burn a packet of ready salted crisps off, well, you'd be having to laugh for around 3 hours straight. That's with no breaks and no breathing breaks either. So I wouldn't advise it. So fact number 7 on laughter is that relationships last longer when you laugh. A psychologist from Berkeley, Professor Bob Levinson, asked a few couples to discuss something about their partner which really annoyed them. As you can imagine, that can cause a bit of tiffs amongst couples. However, the couples that used laughter and smiling not only felt better immediately, but they also reported higher levels of satisfaction within their relationship and actually stayed together for longer. So this shows us that laughter is an emotion that we can use with those whom we are emotionally close to make ourselves feel better. This is crucial to our enjoying a happy mood, but maybe even more important when circumstances are actually making us feel bad. So fact number 8, laughter requires precise timing. So in conversations, people time their laughter to occur very precisely at the ends of sentences. Even people speaking in sign language do this, despite the fact that they could laugh throughout their kind of silent conversation if they wish to. Comedians are very sensitive to the way that laughter can grow and fade within a room and leave space for laughter to happen within their acts. Which is actually a real skill when you think about it. So a comedian named Kiri Pritchard McLean, who's a stand-up comedian and also teaches comedy, points out that it does take a lot of confidence to stand on the stage and do nothing whilst the audience laugh, and it is hard to learn to come back in at the right point, not to trample on the laughter, nor wait too long and lose the momentum of the room. So there is definitely more to comedians that meets the eyes, guys. Number 9 is that laughter is attractive, which I couldn't agree with more. So a University of Kansas study done by Jeffrey Hall, who is the Associate Professor of Communication Studies, found that when two strangers meet, the more times a man tries to be funny and the more a woman laughs at those attempts, the more likely it is for the woman to be interested in dating. However, an even better indicator of romantic connection is if the two are spotted laughing together. Now this really rings true because when I've had those kind of moments where I'm laughing with somebody at the same time or we're making eye contact, I feel like this harmonious energy presents itself and causes a greater strength of a bond, and I just absolutely cherish that feeling. It's so beautiful. On a final fact then, this is number 10. Some things are almost guaranteed to make you laugh. There isn't a single comedian that has a single joke which is universally or timelessly amusing. However, there are some things which work better than others, and there is a clip of a presenter, Charlotte Green, and she's attempting to read live news on BBC Radio 4, but she's also trying desperately to suppress her fits of giggles, and actually it's quite funny, so I will play that now and try not to laugh.
American historians have discovered what they think is the earliest recording of the human voice, made on a device which scratched sound waves onto paper blackened by smoke. It was made in 1860, 17 years before Thomas Edison first demonstrated the gramophone, and featured an excerpt from a French song, Au clair de la lune. The award-winning screenwriter Abbie Mann has died at the age of 80. He won an Academy Award in 1961 for Judgment at Nuremberg. Abbie Mann also won several Emmys, including one in 1973 for a film which featured a police detective called
Oh gosh, that gets me every single time. Oh gosh. The thing is, it's not even anything really that she's saying. It's just the fact that she's really trying to hold her laughter and she can't. And you really get that through the mic. Okay, so those are all of my facts on laughter. And as a summary to laughter, what I would say is that laughter is a real great measure of the health of not just people, but definitely the relationships between people. And it's a way of looking at our social interactions and the effects that they have on us. So definitely bear that in mind going forward. And on a final note, I would like to end with a lovely quote about laughter from a Parisian cabaret singer slash actor slash dancer from the 1800s to 1900s called Maurice Auguste Chevalier. And he is commonly known for singing the song Living in the Sunlight, which goes a little something like this. I'm so happy, happy go lucky me. Okay, excuse if that was out of tune. Anyways, here is the quote. So, he says, or he said rather, you don't stop laughing because you grow older. You grow older because you stop laughing. So, guys, do not stop laughing. So that's it for now, but I will be back the same time next week with more Chitty Chats.